Man, enjoy this pear a whole bunch of different ways. And it stores well too if you choose to store it. I think we're going to dehydrate it. Let's go dehydrate them. So we have our nice clean fruit. We have all of our equipment is clean and ready to go. Clean trays. So what I do is I'll take and try to set my food processor at my meat cutter. I'll try to set it on a little bit wider cut. I like a little bit wider cut on pears. And so I'm going to start out with just sticking that in there like that. And turning it on. Like that. That's what I end up with. Kind of a cut about like that thick. That looks pretty good. I like that. So, and boy, I'll tell you what. Using this meat cutter really allows you to fly through this stuff, and safely as well. Nice cut. I really like this baking pan right here. It just allows the fruit to just fall into a nice clean area, and it makes cleanup so much easier later on as well. So we're just about ready to do our first rack here. So my fruit is El Natural, and I don't use anything on it. Because I freeze it, I really don't have to treat it with any preservative. And I pull them out, of course, of the freezer when I'm ready to eat them. But some people may want to treat this with this ascorbic acid. That would take and slow down the decomposition process. For me personally, it also changes the flavor just a little bit as well. I'm not interested in changing the flavor of this puppy. They're too good for that. All right, we're ready to do one of our first racks here. So. I just like to keep them spaced out because in these dehydrators the air goes across like this and goes between the trays, which are really tightly together. So I think you need to give this fruit a little bit more space between each piece just to allow the air to come around and and really cover the entire piece of fruit. So these are nice big cuts too. So they'll take a little bit longer to dehydrate. Okay, and then I take and just slide them right on into the dehydrator. There's our first tray. That's it. That's all we got to rack right now. Got the pears done, but got some space left, so I'm going to take some of my Dehydrated Pluots that are tasting real good right now, and we're going to dry those down too. So I'll start cutting those as well. Okay, same thing with these Dehydrated Pluots. We're just going to rack them, give them a wide spacing. So I'm going to tray them out here. I got room for about 3 trays. I hope I didn't cut too many fruit, but boy, I got a lot of Dehydrated Pluots this year. So I'm sure we'll just go make a smoothie real quick here out of anything that happens to remain. Again, this is stuff that I'm going to enjoy during the winter time when all the fruit is not available, and we're just looking forward to next year. So this is creating treats for later on. Okay, that's my last rack, and we're ready to go. We'll set the timer here at, or pardon me, we'll set the thermostat at 145. Okay, so the thermostat there, stick the cover on. Now this is a type of dehydrator that actually has a heating element in the back, and it blows air forward and circulates it like this through the unit across all the trays. I find it to be one of the most efficient ways to dehydrate for home dehydrating. Okay, we'll set our clock to, I'm going to give it 9 hours. So it's 9 o'clock right now, so we'll set it for roughly about 6 o'clock this evening. So just in case I'm too busy, it'll shut down and things won't overcook. All right, we'll come back and we'll take a look at the finished product. So then I usually take these little 1 quart freezer bags right here. I'll mark them with the name of the fruit and the date that we're actually packing them. And then we'll go ahead and shut this down. And I like these little quart bags because I can put these into like, they're a good serving size for, you know, what I'd like to be, you know, enjoying like during the middle of winter time. So now we'll take and check this thing out. So take off the top, pull it out, and as you can see, we're dried down to just about where we want to be. These still have a little bit of moisture left in them, so they'll be kind of chewy as they thaw, and they'll dry a little bit more too before we actually pack them as well. So I think we're done. I think we'll take. Oh, let's take a look at the. Let's also take a look at the Pluots. Let's see. And there's our, that's our Dapple Dandy Pluots right there too. So, and they're definitely ready. So we're gonna just shut this thing down. All right, they've all kind of cooled a little bit now, and I think we're ready to go ahead and start bagging them. So I usually just take and put what I consider to be a, you know, when I'm sitting down and wanting to chomp on some, maybe have some friends over, you know, how much do I want to be pulling out? That looks about right. Okay. So there we go. Got 4 bags. You know, good sized quantity put together to enjoy later on this year. Wonderful pear fresh, wonderful pear dried, dehydrated.